Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, everybody, hopefully. That's all. As y'all can see, I am perfectly alive and perfectly well, and my avatar's not talking.
Is mine talking? Is mine talking?
Are you talking now?
Are we talking now? Are yours talking now? Is mine talking now?
Here's a minute.
Huh?
Yours is kind of frozen state.
Oh.
Now,
Eyes.
okay, you should be good now.
Huh?
Should be good now.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Okay, our avatars are now talking again. And see, I'm alive and well. Oh, I'm alive. Well is a stretch, but getting better.
That's a stretch for anybody, really.
Getting better, as y'all know. Y'all were so worried about me, and I appreciate it. Filter. Duplicates. Let's just give somebody. No gift. What's the other thing?
What?
What's the other daily?
10 miles in a Maserati. I'm just letting her drive.
In 200 yards, turn left.
Is she hitting all that?
Have fun, Anna. I need a picture of this car. Oh.
Mine's pretty. It's got a pretty bow. A tramp stamp.
Interesting vehicle.
Do I need a picture of this guy? Do not. Good times. Ooh. slammed into the side of a car. T-boned, if you will. Should be popping any second. Do, 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 do. Didn't pop.
And you did the 10 miles?
Nope. I'm not in a fucking Maserati. I clicked Mazda. I went to Maserati and I went, oh, that's cute, and I went over too far. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Ugh.
A hard life, isn't it?
Oh, God.
But you know what I notice?
Wow.
I don't know. Pull up my map and whatnot. Our colors match.
Oh, do they?
Don't that doesn't look like
Yeah,
it?
they do look good.
Like they look good.
Mm-hmm.
And they look pretty damn close to the TVs.
Yeah.
I know that we have a fucking payment plan on those damn capture cards. Something we've been fighting for what, a couple of years? Is now put to rest. Did you realize the starting soon and be right back screens we use now we've been using since 2023?
Really?
And you remember the two we had before it.
Mm-hmm.
I dug those up too. But I think it's time for a new one.
It's time for a refresh.
I mean, we've been using the same ones for 3-ish years.
Yeah.
At some point, it's time for us to get new avatars.
Yeah.
But I want to hire somebody to do it. So that means making money. But you don't really make a lot of money streaming.
I know, but you've been disconnected.
Well, shit. That sucks.
Then we weren't doing anything important. was almost done, and I could have just moved on, and I picked the wrong car.
It happens. Oh, did mine...
What?
Oh, I was gonna say, did mine click?
You've arrived at your destination.
Let's see.
Nope.
No. And I am in a Maserati.
Hmm. Interesting. Surely it's not because we're using Anna.
Do you think they gated that?
Surely not.
Eventually they're going to. It's gonna suck.
Oh. If mine doesn't pop, I guess we'll just move on for now. Unless you're gonna keep trying it.
I'm not going that long because I know we've already done something.
Huh?
So I'm not gonna do another 10 miles, but it slapped 6 miles on it. Stop telling me I've been disconnected, for fuck's sake. Oh, mine just popped.
Oh, did it? So you just didn't go as far.
In 200 yards.
So I was just a
Turn
little
left.
under expected.
Okay. That's good to know. It's funny, though, that yours keeps disconnecting, but we're still in a convoy together.
Cool.
God, driving in the rain, in this fall-looking weather, reminds me of driving in Maine.
Yeah.
All the trees.
I guess I'll just let Anna drive while you're still driving.
I mean, this game has better roads. but that's
Jesus,
beside-
disconnect me again. Okay, well, keep disconnecting me. Don't care.
This is like driving, what was that? What is it? 201?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, that or 24, either one.
Yeah. This is like doing the loop-de-loop to get off at the top some exit. Oh shit, I need a picture. Turn around. Shit. Oh, I've made it to my destination? Already? It didn't pop, though. Listen here, Giacomo.
Look, mine didn't, as I told you, mine didn't pop in 5.
goes. Okay. Shall we begin? Oh my god, we don't have any street scenes this week. Fuck yeah. Do you think it's gonna pull you in, or are you gonna be disconnected still?
I don't know. Give me a sec.
We'll find out. Oh. Excuse me. Oh, all four of you heard me burp. You're welcome. What happens when I drink soda? That was so attractive. You're welcome. At least it wasn't a fart. At least you can't hear that. Pick a shitty car, honey?
Huh?
I said, did you pick a shitty car, or you just let Nana drive? And
I mean, yeah,
you're not getting in front of anybody.
possibly both.
Well,
Mm. Oh, come on now.
So close.
I mean, you're definitely in a better car now.
I think I upgraded this one at one point in time for some reason.
Oh, that was sad.
What happened?
I slipped.
Oh.
Ain't gonna matter, so.
I mean, you never know. Anna's been past people before, so she could pass people for you. Or she's just gonna be a break-in little bitch and not go around it.
I mean, we're gonna win it anyway, so it's
Well,
matter.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just. You let somebody pass.
Huh? Well. Trying.
Don't get to them. Just sniff their assholes. Get them. God damn it.
Oh, goodness. Oh, is she gonna pass two of them? Is she gonna pass two of them? It doesn't matter.
It is what it is.
Ruby, you can't get on that. If you get on that, it's gonna cave in. Attaboy. Wah, 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 wah. Yay, done with that.
Oh,
My
hi,
gosh. Well,
Dusty.
thank you, Dusty, for the raid.
How was your Dungeons and Dragons playthrough? Actually, still have you up over here. Guess I need to close that. I hope you guys had fun.
And welcome in, everybody.
Oh shit, I haven't even done the stunt party thing.
Ooh. You wanna look and see if there's one before we start? I mean, I don't think there. Oh yeah, there is one over by the airstrip in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change cars though. Mm.
Okay. So I don't know who's gonna pop in first from your raid, but how much more not beef did y'all eat? It's the one question I have.
The Lord of the Cars.
Back on the road.
100 yards. Turn right.
Well,
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
welcome in, Dusty.
Hi, Dusty. Say, are there people that are not here yet? This one's not going as fast as the
No, I
first one.
know. That's what I was thinking.
People that
This-
choose to not fast travel,
This should have been done already.
you know.
It's about to. Stop.
Yay, now my skill chain.
Boom.
Please don't hit me.
I'm not going to. Now I can.
I say now it popped, now you can. I don't know why I don't have a paint job on this fucking car.
I don't even.
You're repping the platform. And I'm just...
A terrible CEO. I know, it's fine. I'm carrying everything on my
No,
back.
I am the world's...
Oh, we haven't done it yet. I was like, why haven't we get the trial? I guess
am
the
the
stream must have
world.
dropped. Babe, did the stream drop?
What do you mean? Why? Doesn't show dropped here. It says 49 minutes.
Because we're at 7 minutes now. We were at 30 something.
The plugin says, yeah,
Huh.
50 minutes now.
That's weird. Maybe it's the iPad.
Oh, now that got small.
Well, the iPad now says 50. So, I don't know.
Hold on.
Weird. Anyway, trial.
And then we have just that other thing left, right?
What?
Then we just have that one other thing left, right?
Yeah, will you hit your ex?
I would love to, but she's in another state.
I could probably go find mine.
Plus, I would get in trouble for hitting a woman. You wouldn't, so you go hit her. This is where you say gladly.
Gladly.
Okay. Let me get comfortable again. Fucking tired already. It's way too early. Way too early. Yes, that's my favorite, so I guess I'm gonna use it.
Hey, mine too. Mine's pretty though.
Wait, are we in the same car?
Yep.
You just have a paint job on yours.
Yep. I got it for something, I think, either the other day or last week. He's purple. That's a big ass fucking lap.
Fucking hell. You stopped hitting me, I wouldn't have been all the way in the back. Whatever, we're just gonna let it do what it does.
Yeah. This is too much racing, too fast, and my car's too slidey. I'm gonna let it do what it does. Even though I'm leading our group.
And right now we're doing okay, so. That person spun around and quit.
Well, at least we're still winning. Now if that Freakazoid would quit, it'd be great.
I mean, they're catching up. Hey, how are you?
Chloe's here too. Hello.
And you can say hi to my lady Chloe as well. Is on the other side of the screen.
Hi. Oop, hit the wall. Oh shit, I hit the wall. I fucked it up. Hold on. Hello.
And she's just swearing
back.
about the game.
Had more people quit, have we not? Or everybody just spread out?
We're just all spread out.
I'm in the lead.
1, 2, 3. We have 5. So we've only had one person quit. And I'm doing okay. I'm tired, as you know from what I was talking about. Which tonight will have been a week since the ER nightmare, so. Well, I'm glad to be able to finally. Hey T. You've gotten the whole 81 times and have been first to the stream 76 times. Oh yeah, no, that was a rough night.
T, I'm pretty sure you've been in my hole more than anybody I know.
And now I'm gonna mispronounce your name. Orkata? Yeah, that's done. I've messed that up already. You're never gonna forgive. Oh, great, awesome, Orkata. Okay. So, yeah, no, it was because of the medical conditions and all that stuff that what happened that night on top of it. I've been drained. I could be sitting at my desk. And I know they told me I'm supposed to be in bed for a couple of weeks at least to recover. But then, my other doctor said, well, if you feel like going to the desk, go to the desk a little bit. But, I can have energy and be fine. And then all of a sudden, bam, I'm asleep. It's just... It just goes. But again, it's only been a week tonight, 2 a.m. since that. So I think overall I'm doing pretty well since considering. But the Valora community did a really beautiful thing knowing that I was going to be on recovery for a while. And the Valora community bought me a midnight blue M5 MacBook Air with 16 gig of RAM and 512 gig storage. so I could continue to work on the apps and platform and stuff from bed when my body feels up to it. So I'm grateful for the community for doing that. I truly am. My next Ko-Fi will be the ambulance bill when that arrives. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? I mean, I think the only one that'll matter is the ambulance bill. Like, I'm pretty sure the ER bill will get washed because my doctor's office and the hospital talk to each other. Like, they have they're connected, kind of ish. It'll either get like decreased, but like the ambulance part is separate. So that's the one that's probably going to actually be the highest for me. But yeah, I'm not. What are they going to you can't get blood out of a stone. And I gave up my paychecks so the company would fund Valora. So I don't technically have an income anybody can tap. So you know, ooh, that was a like.
It was a clusterfuck.
Yeah, no, that was an unwarranted, without permission gangbang.
You're welcome.
You know, um,
I'm just trying to get in front of this fucking car. Did it.
you're in first place. Of course you are.
Again. T, are you still here? How are you, honey?
But yeah, I mean, I think for a weekend after, everything that happened, I do think I'm doing well for that. Again, just tired a lot. T,
Well,
you gotta find something that like really gets you going. Well, not like that. Never mind.
There will be no porn on Valora.
Yeah, exactly. Scratch that. It's like our staff break room is an HR nightmare, but we don't have an HR department, so
we are the HR, and that's frightening.
Yeah, the fact that Chloe and I are basically HR, that is
Because
yeah.
I am a walking HR violation.
Oh, you are. Come September, you're gonna be worse.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ricotta, I'm sorry to hear that. Heart issues. My mother lost her mother at 44. Like her mother was 44, she was 22. My brother had a massive heart attack at 34, 35. My oldest brother died of colon cancer at 44, but if that hadn't taken him, his heart was about to go. Yeah, it's like in our family, and then I have that stupid degenerative disc and bone disease too, which is terrible. And right now it's taking out my teeth. Like, I have chipped a tooth or broken a tooth on a soft sandwich. It has happened. And it's just from that, which is hereditary. But it's fine. Eventually they'll all be gone and I'll have new ones someday. But the one thing for me is like, I'm gonna be 34 later this year in November. And so in my family, 44, so a little over 10 years from now. And both mom and dad's side combined, there's been, I think, like, mom had said it in her final years, which she lived into her 70s, and dad lived till 80. But, in their bloodlines on both sides, something like 30, 25 or 30 plus people um, between both sides that have died at 44. So for me, like my whole year that I'm 43, I'm going to be terrified of 44. And for the whole year that I'm 44, I'm going to be terrified that I'm not going to make it through 44. Until then, I'm fine. Until then, I'm fine. This was just a bump in the road. But 43 and 44 are going to be scary. Because the odds are just not in my favor. But, maybe I'll be like dad and I'll be here till 80. I mean, dad was stubborn as hell. So was mom. But I mean, dad was stubborn as hell. What are we supposed to be doing?
You need to get 5 link speed skills.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm going to enjoy them. I mean, the hard part is I'm, right now medically housebound. And that term needs to be, like, changed. They need to, like, have property bound. Because, like, I can go sit in, like, the backyard or, whatever. Or be with the outdoor cat or whatnot and stuff. But for me, car rides. You hit a bump in the road, heart rate goes off like a bouncy ball. So I can't do those, which is kind of tough. But I'm gonna keep fighting because I'm here. And obviously I have reason to be here. They told me I'd be dead by 30 when the initial shit went down. I'm still here, still going. I built a streaming platform by myself, for fuck's sake. I mean, here we are, It's exhausting. All of this has been exhausting. But, and I do think the responsible thing now is taking more time for myself. Because I think the 16 to 18 hour days working on Valora that I've been doing, because we launched in September, and of course I was working on it before that, just magically, well, here we are, we built it and launched it today. That's not how it works. So the past year plus whatever, I think honestly the 18-ish hour days, I think with my conditions were a mistake. And maybe that's part of why, I'm not gonna say why, but part of why this last ER incident happened was that I kind of wasn't being as kind as I probably should have been to my body, maybe. But
oops, I missed a checkpoint.
I hit a wall, so I got slowed down. I think so. I think that was a part of it. I mean, I skirted a line a week ago. I'm lucky. I'm grateful that it wasn't worse, because it could have been drastically worse. Timing played a good role in it not being worse. I just missed a checkpoint. I don't think we're gonna get these link speed skills we need right here.
I mean, we've gotten one.
Huh?
We've gotten one.
Did we or did you?
It said link speed skill.
Yeah, well, that doesn't just mean your party. Like, if you were closer to somebody else, you could link to them.
Then I don't.
I hate that they put things like that in here. And I guess it's part of the game. But yeah, I think it was overworking, and I would love to expand our team, but there's, nobody's getting paid right now. Our CMs are all volunteer with a mark from an American ink on their resume, Like basically the legal classification would be intern. But they're all people that, willingly volunteered and will get a lovely letter from the ink that they can put on their, resume. And T, we're never going to do that. I mean, we don't have to do that. The platform itself right now the platform itself is holding. Platform itself is holding. That's your money. I'm not taking your money. You work for us. I'm not gonna that would be you paying to work for us. And there is a moral ground there that I can't cross. I can't. And no Cloudflare stream and no Rumble Cloud and no AWS IVS. We're putting up our own dedicated servers in locations, and then in locations where there's not enough viewership to run a whole dedicated, we're just throwing VPSs and virtual dedicateds up in locations to serve viewers. Like we're building our own CDN instead of relying on somebody else's. And that also means we can tune the latency better. We can, if I want to get experimental and build our own protocol. Hi, GamerCam.
Welcome in.
Yeah, if I want to build something experimental, or we want to, traverse into, we're working on a fork of Mock, media over quick, to supersede, WebRTC. We don't have to be there. Thank you, Cam. It's been a week tonight. I'm still exhausted, but I'm doing a lot better than I was a week ago. I mean, she can attest to that. But I still have a little ways to go. But I'll get there. And yeah, like if we want to build, our own fork of Mock, or we want to build our own features, that are in the transport direction, because it's all our own infrastructure. We don't have Amazon Web Services saying, well, the best we can do is this. It's no, what can we push onto our servers? And that was a decision I made from the beginning. Like we experimented for I think it was the first week with Cloudflare Stream. And they fucked up. And they got the codec wrong on the receiving. And one stream that went live for all of 3 minutes, they charged us $28 for. And I wrote a nasty letter to him saying, you're not getting your $28. Like, I went in and canceled the business's bank card that was on the account over that $28 over principal. And I told him, you can clean it off the account. And then we'll start paying you for the DNS services we do use. And I do use a couple of their workers, just because Cloudflare workers are why am I spinning out? Extremely important, and extremely useful. And again, thank you, Cam. I'm glad you were able to stop in and check in. I'll be watching more streamers soon, I do have the MacBook Air in bed now, so I will be watching more streamers soon and just hanging out with people.
I don't know how you're. Sorry, I don't understand how you're supposed to get speed skills in these races.
I don't either. You too, Cam. And I'm sure that person's pissed right off that I just rammed into them. Well, I just went nose forward into a fucking wall. This game and I are not friends.
Like, if they want you to get link speed skills, they should be doing cross-country races, not lap races, and especially not in where you have a bunch of...
Well, see, that's the thing, is it's random draws, so...
Yeah, but it's...
And I missed a checkpoint.
It's stupid. I missed one.
Again, it's random draw. We could and I just drove past the checkpoint again. I don't know what is wrong with this car, but
It's terrible.
likes to kind of go a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Orcata, if you're ever looking to add to your resume and get a letter from an American Ink to pad said resume, we will be accepting more volunteer/interns soon, because there is one part I want some help with. I missed a checkpoint again. There is one part I desperately want some help with, because I wanted to launch it earlier, but then we had to delay it, and I'm upset about it. But we did get Valora Air out there. So for people that want to IRL stream or mobile game stream, we now not only have the best-in-class viewing app for watching live streams, we have the best-in-class Valora Air app for IRL and mobile game streaming. And currently on iOS only, you get pro camera controls. We will be trying to bring the pro camera controls over to Android, but the way Android handles cameras and streaming is a completely different beast. So Android gets the luxury of having a nice overlay while you stream, whereas iOS, doesn't let you to overlay apps. And iOS gets pro camera controls, whereas Android does not. So there are trade-offs to each, version of Air. But yeah, we have both apps out on the App Store and Play Store now. Like, if Apple would open up their doors and not be such dicks, I would seriously. I'm nowhere near anybody, so I couldn't get a link skill if I wanted to. If Apple wasn't such dicks about their stuff, well, it's just the rules. It's like, you can't draw over other apps. Well, then, if you're building a streaming app that streams game capture, how are people supposed to read the chat on the same device they're playing? It's things like that. And we thought about it, and we're like, we'll use the dynamic island. Well, no, because most full-screen mobile games turn off the dynamic island. And the ones that don't, anything that goes through capture uses Apple's default recorder capture widget. So you're blocked out there too. Oh, you don't even know. Back in, I think it was December, when we were trying to launch the original app, I went to the EU government, the US government, and a couple other governments, because Apple was violating their, injunction placed by Epic Games that would allow people to have both in-app purchases and mobile web purchases. And Apple was telling us, no, you have to do in-app only. And I'm like, that's not what the injunction against you guys says. And so I went to multiple governments. And yeah. And the US has got some pretty strong stuff going in too, as does Japan and a couple other countries. And so yeah, I contacted the EU. I contacted our government here in the States. I had sent off a letter to the Japanese government. And one day I got a phone call, and I think his name is Marcus. I don't remember. It's in the thread way back in the announcements channel. And he said, "Hi, I'm,
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, I'm fine with quitting that." And he said, "Hi, I'm from Apple." And I'm thinking, oh shit. They're going to tell me they're going to revoke my developer permissions for all because I also went to social media and ran Apple through the mud and tagged their executives, and even got a couple likes. I even got a couple likes on my tweets from people that were on the board and high up at Epic Games, which I'm proud of that. I am. Because they saw that I was fighting the fight too. And so the person says, hi, I'm Marcus, or whatever the fuck his name was, from Apple. And he said, we've received some reports that you filed claims with multiple governments against us. And we would like to settle outside of court. Like, Apple thought, okay, Lejeune Media Inc. It has ink at the end of it. They didn't bother to look and see how small the ink was. They just saw ink at the end of it. And Apple really thought we were going to take them to court in multiple countries. And so the person on the phone was calling to settle with me and see what I needed to get them to expedite our app out so we wouldn't sue them in multiple countries. I won. And it didn't cost me anything more than, the Japan one cost me postage. The one I did with EU, I filed it originally online and then just had to sign a one-page document. Yeah, no, it was a win. I got to fight Apple and I won. And I'm an Apple user. When my heart went down in 2019, it was my Apple Watch that saved my life. So I am a Apple user to the core. But I can be an Apple user and love Apple products and all of that, and still completely disagree with how they handle their developer thing. It's two different departments. The App Store and development stuff is a completely different department from the rest of Apple. So I can, still love Apple products, still be grateful it saved my life, and also hate their developer practices at the same time. Both things can be true. And so, I won against that, and that I'm going to forever keep that in my back pocket as I won against Apple without ever having to go to a courtroom. You just have to know where to hold your leverage. And, the whole era of butterfly keyboards and Apple doubling down that the butterfly keyboard was great. When a speck of dust got under the damn thing and made the whole keyboard useless. I had a MacBook Pro from that era. That was closer to the end of their Intel era. I had a MacBook Pro from that era. And through Apple's extended replacement program from that issue, and then it got to the point, they're like, we don't replace keyboards anymore. We replace the whole bottom half and data transfer your stuff. So, I was getting a new motherboard, the new CPU, new GPU, all that stuff. I was getting a whole new bottom half every time it went bad. But I think I got 5 replacements out of them on it. Then I finally ordered what I call a keyboard condom. Those stupid little light plastic things the clear plastic things you put on your keyboards, And I hated it because, typing on Apple keyboards, there's nothing. The closest keyboard to an Apple keyboard for me is the Logitech MX keys and the MX keys Mini. As far as name brand keyboards. But there's nothing, and that's still not close. Nothing beats typing on an Apple keyboard. I will say that. And when I, first started typing on the brand new MacBook Air, it was this feels so nice because it's a brand new keyboard and it's just the right amount of precision and it's just perfect. But the butterfly keyboard era was a nightmare. The touch bar, it had potential. But nothing ever lived up to the potential it had. This new foldable phone they're going to put out, the one that, Samsung kind of went and pre-copied. And that's because, same production line, same factories. I don't understand the idea that people want a squat phone. Like, to me, I think that's going to be a failure. I could be wrong. People, reviewers seem to. Well, hi, Gamer Recon. How are you? And how
Welcome
are your
in and thank you
viewers?
for the raid. Hello, everybody.
How was your stream? Oh, yeah, Samsung did the Squatty Fold, which is based on the iPhone Ultra leaks, Orcata. Yeah, because Samsung was helping Apple, like the shared factory was helping Apple make the outer display for it. So Samsung knew the exact dimensions. And so when you put the chart side by side of the Apple iPhone Ultra and the, what is it, Fold Z8 or whatever they call their thing, the screen sizes are exactly the same, inner and out. The RAM is the same. The cameras are pretty much the same. Because Samsung was working with Apple on the outer screen, Samsung had information and they used it to make their own version and release before Apple. It's wild. But I think it's the ugliest thing ever. Like, I run a 16 Pro Max. I don't want to go from that size or height of phone down to something that's, squatty like a passport. I really don't. I would rather have seen the Fold be the size of my iPhone Pro Max and open up into a tablet. Or even like a wider Pro Max. I could have handled a little bit wider, you know, Pro iPhone had the Fold features. But I mean, not for the price. I don't want a $2,500 phone. I don't think anybody wants or needs a $2,500 phone. You know? Exactly, Gamer Recon. But reality is so what are you running for a phone, if I may ask? I gotta tell you, I'm a little upset, and I don't know if my lady knows this, that OnePlus is going away. Outside of the United States, they're already pushing to another brand. They haven't here in the States yet, but out of America, they're already pushing to a partner brand. So OnePlus is about to probably die. And that's sad because in the Android world, I think OnePlus makes the best phones. Oh, you have a 2024 Moto. Like, which Moto? Because I have my previous work phone. It was a Moto G something. And it came in red, which really made me happy because red's my color. But my work phone got replaced with a Pixel 9A, I think it is. I can't tell you. I don't often use my work phone. Like, I don't even have it on vibrate. It lives on silent, my work phone. Which tells you how I am as a CEO. But I've told them, it's like, if you want me, text me or email. I'm not going to answer phone calls. My phone is a Pixel 9A is what my work phone is now. But the phone I had before, it was like a Moto G or a Moto Q or something, and it was red. It was actually a really nice work phone. And it wasn't expensive. Like, I don't feel the board should be spending money. Yeah, I don't think mine was the stylus version. I don't know, was it? It might have. Maybe if mine was, I never took the stylus out of it, if it was inside it. But again, like, my Pixel stays on the charger all the time. And I use it to test the Android versions of our apps. I don't use it for anything else. Like, the last time I looked at my text messages, now half of them are spam. But yeah, I've got probably 40 unread messages in there that half of them are spam. Half might be business. But I tell them, you have my Gamer Recon. I'm the same way about social media. 0 social media notifications. Like, I turned off Discord notifications, Reddit notifications. Although guiltily, since the ER, I have turned Reddit notifications back on. Like Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff. Yeah, no, like for me, oh no, I don't. Yeah, I don't even have Discord inbox on. So like when I tell people, feel free to message me on Discord. You're not going to wake me up. You're not going to ping my phone. You're not going to ping my watch. I'll hear from you when I open it. You're not wrong, T.
Exactly.
But see, she has social notifications on. So like she'll get a notification on TikTok and scroll for an hour. Or
Well, let me clarify something. I do not get notifications on TikTok off of TikTok.
I thought you had your TikTok notifications
Nope.
on.
I only have it if I go into the app.
When did you change that?
It's always been that way because it drives me insane.
I really thought okay. But you still have Instagram and those on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
see,
Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff still actively giving me
oh,
notifications.
my home screen, if y'all could see it.
I have someone on my TikTok that we have a probably 300 plus day streak of sending messages to each other on there. I don't need that notification all the fucking time.
Like my Gmail app has a bubble that says 64,367 on.
You should just nuke that at this point.
And you know what's sad is you guys remember I got it down to like 30,000. That's just the volume, of what comes in. But no, I don't have Twitter on. I don't have Instagram. I don't have any of that stuff on. And so I don't see social media unless I open it because before, and I did this, it's been what, 3 or 4 years now, I think. You remember?
I don't remember.
I mean, it's been at least 2 or 3 years, maybe 4. And it's just like I'd get a notification that somebody tagged me in something or messaged me on Instagram. And next thing I know, I would scroll for 20, 30, 40 minutes and realize I just wasted time I'm never going to get back. And so I turned all social media notifications off. My personal phone is on vibrate. My work phone is on pure silent. And now it's like I don't think I go on, like if I go on Instagram, it's once every, 2, 3, 4 weeks. Like I had a friend who, only uses Instagram as social media. Like they left Twitter and they didn't really like Blue Sky and they stopped using Facebook, so they they only use Instagram, and they had messaged me because they're like, you haven't been on in a couple of months, are you okay? And I felt bad because it was like 2 or 3 weeks after they sent that I saw it. And it was like, yeah, I hadn't been on in a couple months, and then it was 3 more weeks after their message on top of that, and that's fine with me. And for doing social posts, I usually use a thing like Patty Post, which posts to Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, etc., all from one post. So like all of my music-related posts and all of my business posts, I send them through a post scheduler, so I don't have to, actively go on to do that. But I do check the Valora Twitter more than I check my own. Although our CMs do have access to it, I don't know how often we check it. T, do you ever check our Twitter? Not putting you on the spot while we're on stream, but do you ever check the Valora Twitter? Oh, Jesus, T, that's terrible. You have a social life. You talk to me every day. And you get in my lady's hole at least once a stream. Well, you can only do it once a stream, but you get in her hole once a stream. I mean, you all have the password for it. You have the password, Kenson has the password, Coop has the password, Jim has the password. You all have the password. Any one of you could be running. Same with the TikTok, actually. You do the YouTube. So you could be doing the TikTok by just making vertical versions of the YouTube videos. Like, you could do new feature shorts or something. Because you're a good video editor. Okay, oh, I'm gonna call somebody out here, and this is gonna bite me in the ass in the future. But it needs to be said. Dusty, if your community's still here, I apologize in advance because I know you know the person I'm about to name. That I'm going to name my name. E, just because Rayla was a bitch to you, don't let that paint the VTubing community. She has a stick up her ass. And if you're not one of them, she gets cultist about it. And I probably shouldn't have named her by name, but I don't care. She's not here. She's not going to watch my VOD. Like, she came to the platform and, I shouldn't talk about people being the CEO, but I'm going to be honest. There's a couple people from that particular community. I'm going to say this to be honest. And if it bites me in the ass, it bites me in the ass. I am the world's most human CEO trademark symbol. And the most honest and most transparent. We had a couple people from a community. That person that harassed T was one of them. And they came to the platform and instantly said, like, we're sending messages direct to my DMs. Well, you better promise that there will always be at least 2 VTubers on the front page. Always. And I'm like, so what do you mean? And they're like, you could have 1 million users and there better at least be half VTubers on the front page. And I'm like, that's not how content's determined. It's not. So T, the person that like offended you, upset you and hurt you, forget that they existed. Most VTuber people are decent human beings. That the reason we use these avatars is because I haven't talked about it. There's a lot of stuff I don't talk about. There's a lot of stuff that people, like they turned on me, But I know that they upset you, so I was more worried about your well-being than mine. Because I've been in the music industry since childhood, T. I can handle it when somebody says shit to me. Because I can give it right back to them. And then when I'm tired of it, I can press the block button and it's over. So I cared more about the fact they offended you because I take care of my people. That's the one thing with Valora. I'm going to take care of my people. And if you come trucking in here, it's like y'all know the fucking Joker. You know, thinks he's important, runs the unofficial Rumble community on Discord, has had more drama on Kick in his life than any other human. Y'all know the Joker. Like when D Live died, he registered on our site to come over into the chat rooms of people that moved to Valora from D Live when D Live died. Tell them, I told you so. I told you your platform was going to die. Admit I was right. We permabanned his ass. Go fuck off back to Rumble. We don't want that energy here. You know, like if you bring bad energy to our platform, you're out. You know, you're out. You know, you bring bad energy and I hear about it. I'm not going to even let you tell me your case. I'm just going to be like, look, if my team, because our community managers and our team are people that I trust very well, T, who's in chat, is one of them. If they say to me, look, there's something going on where this person is bringing a really toxic energy, and then other people in the staff chat agree with that, no, you're going to get a message from me and say, look, I'm the CEO and I made the decision. You're gone. Goodbye. Go somewhere else. Take your drama, take your bullshit, take your hate. We had somebody that Pride Month happened, and we put up the Pride version of our logo, and they went off the rails. Like they went nuts, and they went on social media, and they posted like hate posts about us, about Valora, and saying that we were a platform infected by the woke mind virus. And all the, you know, that right-wing conspiracy bullshit that I don't buy into because most of those people are stupid. I'm not going to say any more than that to keep politics to a minimum, but most of those people are stupid and live in an echo chamber. But he was like, he went on, you know, oh, these people don't have a right to live. These people don't, like, he was going crazy about it. And this was a person that had been streaming on our platform since last year. Never a problem. They were kind. They were nice. They were nice to everybody they talked to. And then Pride Month hit. We put the Pride logo up and it broke them. And they went nuts and started attacking as many LGBTQ plus people as possible. I told him, I said, look, you're not welcome here. Fuck off. I mean, I don't typically live in the shadows, T. But when I need to hide into the shadows, but watch things from the shadows, oh, trust me. You know, like, thank you. But you know, like, everybody deserves to be treated fairly and treated right. You know, whether you're disabled or, you know, you are a part of the LGBTQ plus community, or, you know, no matter the color of your skin, you know, all of these things. Or, you know, this needs to be said too, because America in 2026, if you're a woman, you know, because sometimes those rights get contested now, you know, like everybody deserves to live and let live. And so if you don't particularly agree with something or you don't like something, keep that opinion to yourself and don't go into a gay person's stream, a trans person's stream, or a person of color if you happen to be racist. Which, if you happen to be racist, just, you know, close Valora.tv right now. Or actually, first, if you happen to be racist, sexist, xenophobic, etc., 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 Go to settings, go to security, and hit delete profile, and save us the work. But like if there's something that you truly don't agree with, but you like the platform, and you have self control, and you're a good enough human to be like a true Christian, for example. Now I'm bringing religion to this. I'm really going to piss people off. This VOD is going to piss people off. But, so say, like, a true Christian is not the person that goes around and says, you're going to hell for what you're doing. A good Christian is the person that is still going to hug that person and say, look, I care about you. I, you know, etc. Because the Bible itself says it is not a Christian's job to judge, that it is God's job to judge. So most Christians are not even following how that even works. And so I wouldn't understand that. But then again, I don't understand the dynamic between South Africa and the rest of it. I don't, because I've never been there. And if my health ever allows me to travel, I would love to come down there because I could meet you, I could meet T, I could meet Arma. There's a handful. I could meet Kuska. You know, there's so many people. We have so many people in South Africa on our platform. And if my body and health ever allows me to travel, I'm coming down there to visit you. I'm making a Valora trip to South Africa. My health ever allows. But you guys are hated on in South Africa because your skin is lighter by people in the rest of Africa. That's a thing. Like truly, that's a thing. I mean, the only thing y'all should get hated on is that you guys produced Elon Musk. But I can't hate on you for that because that's not your fault. T and Recon and to anybody else that may be here that's South African right now. Don't let them push their racism on you. Don't let them. Stand up for yourselves. Always. Don't be a doormat. Like, seriously, don't be a fucking doormat. Like, build your strength. Stand up for yourself. And live your life the way you want to live your life. And if somebody tries to deny you something because of where you come from or who you are, push it back in their face and say, look, you don't have the right to do this to me. I am just as valid as you or anybody else, and you do not have the right to do this to me. And it'll work out. And that's coming from, I've done a lot in this life. I've traveled a lot of places before my health. I've seen. Sorry, one of our cats is getting treats. Well, and the fact that it comes from your own government. I'm going to ask a question, and this is. Well, guys, I'm going to move over to this for a second. Just because she's got to do a couple of things. And so, I want to ask one question, and then I do have to wrap up. My energy levels are dropping extremely quickly. That's because I'm upright and not laying in bed, because I'm violating my rest orders. But as I said, my doctor did tell me to try and if I put my chair in recline mode to try to spend some time at the desk. So I did. We did our co-op-y stuff. I will still have to come back and do, you know, whatever that speed link thing is. But we'll do that another time. Oh wow, that chat is big and it's on top of me. Um, it's now no longer on top of me. I thank you for saying that you need me, but I don't understand why the world needs me. And I'm not saying that like as a like suicide-y, depressy thing. I'm just saying I don't, like I'm just I'm just a human being that believes that all human beings should be treated with respect, with love, with care. And I would love to know more off stream. Maybe we need to have a group call with the one, yeah, like, and I can say, I get it too. When I was younger, not so much now because I don't talk about it a lot. But like on my dad's side, completely French Canadian. And on my mother's side, completely Cherokee Indian. And I have so many people when I talk about, you know, Indian and Indian tribes and Cherokee and whatnot. No, 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 you're being politically incorrect. You have to be politically correct and say Native American. And it's like, I'm a fucking Cherokee Indian. Don't tell me how to talk about my own, you know, upbringing. But like, I'm also very white. I was one of the whitest people on the planet. And I remember as a child when my mother took me to one of the powwows, one of the elders looked at me. Like one of the elders looked at me and said, "He white boy, he not welcome here." And mom had to bring out my papers to prove that I was Cherokee Indian, despite how white I am. And I got that from, the Native American slash Indian, circles growing up. But that one group that we went to after mom got my papers, I was finally, welcomed and eventually got my feathers, which got destroyed in a house incident that took our garage. Um, but I was blessed to have to be adorned with the full feather headdress and all that. It was gorgeous. Um, but, just don't let people pull shit on you. That's my advice. Don't let people pull shit. And don't let somebody that's a little bit psychopath out of their mind thinking that VTubers are the only type of streamers. Don't let that paint anything. Because we're all streamers, we're all creators, we're all in this because we love video games. Look, I was a mixer partner a long time ago. I've been doing this for 10 plus, something like that years. And Chloe and I started doing it together when we got together, and we'll have been together 10 years next year. So like we've been doing this a long time. Longer than anything else I've ever done other than the music industry. Like I'm actually now coming into a place where my time in streaming outlives the time I spent in radio, which blows my mind because I had a pretty long career in radio. And now we're actually, my streaming career is outliving my radio career, which means I need to come back to radio. And that might be a next year thing. I think there's enough on my plate and enough with my health. It being a week tonight, since the ER incident. And so I'm I'm grateful. Anyway, no, Orkata, it was lovely to have you here. I'm getting ready to end this, folks. So What I'm going to say, guys, is, always pay it forward. Simple gestures matter. What might not be a lot to you might be life changing to somebody else. To your friends, to your family, to your loved ones. If you can go see them, go see them. If you can't go see them, call them, text them. Life is short. Don't be a fucking terrible human being. It doesn't look good on you, me, or anybody else. And always strive to make a dent in the universe. I've been saying that for over 10 years, guys.
And I hope you have a great evening, night, morning, day, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see y'all next time.
And maybe she'll be live later. She might play golf or something later, something different. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Let me go hit freeze frame and see what happens. I actually don't know what's going to happen from here.
Bye, handsome.
We got a controller disconnected screen. Do you want to just for a second put your controller back on? And you don't have to even get into photo mode. We're just going to respin. Hold on. We're going to respin that. There we go. That's nicer. It's a much better ending frame, guys. Thank you so much for being here. She might be live a little bit later with something else. I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the day. And then I hope tomorrow. There's a couple. Right. Controller disconnected. There's an ending for you. I'm hoping tomorrow for the next day to start. I don't know, either something on the Nintendo Switch because that's really underplayed. We've thought about trading both of our Switches to get one singular Switch 2. Just because it would just be better for us. Yeah, I hope to start something tomorrow. But anyway, guys, have an amazing, amazing Sunday. I'm gonna rest for the rest of the day, probably. I appreciate you guys. I really do. I appreciate all of you. You guys are Valora. You guys are why this exists. And so keep doing what you're doing. Don't let people get you down. And if you see somebody starting shit, hit me up in the inbox and they'll be gone. Gone. When they come back under another name, they'll be IP banned. And I'll send a report right to their internet provider. I don't play. I've actually reported one person to their internet provider and to their local police because they were causing enough trouble. Like, I'm not shitting you. I will go that far for people. I have spoken on police reports for other streamers before. I'm not afraid to do that. If somebody harasses you, we'll take care of it. Love you guys. See you guys soon. I'm going to go back to being lazy, lay down recovery mode. My body needs it. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.